Happy Red Friday. Red, R-E-D, remember everyone deployed. But that is not the subject today. Today I would like to talk to those that like to flirt behind their spouse's back or girlfriend, any kind of committed relationship that you have. And I mean the kind that you are trying to hide. And if you're trying to hide it, that means you know it's wrong and you know that it would hurt that other person's feelings. But I want to give the perspective of the person that is getting flirted to or hit on or sent dirty pictures. That it's actually very offensive. Well, to me, it is anyway. I don't know if everybody looks at it that way, but I do. I get offended. To me, it's like saying, "Oh, you're there for my entertainment. Once you entertain me, I'm bored. You know, you're not worth being a girlfriend or a wife. You're not worth being number one in my life, but, just whenever I'm bored, or get my rocks off or whatever. Yeah, it's very offensive to me. Um, Now, I don't know if men feel the same. So that's a question I'd like to know. Men, when married women or women that have boyfriends flirt with you, um, or try to get compliments or try to get you to flirt with them or, whatever. How do you feel about that? And I assume men might be different. They might like the attention, um, or maybe they do get offended because, like I said, to me, it's like saying, oh, you're not worth being number one. Well, I feel like I am worthy to be number one in someone's life. And if I had a husband or boyfriend, uh, of course, I wouldn't like them flirting with other women. Now, if they're talking to other women that they've been friends with, for years and years or since high school or, coworkers or whatever, I mean, if they're just being friends, I don't mind that. Of course, I have a lot of friends that are male from high school or coworkers or just that I've known for a long time. And, I don't feel like either one should have to hide that. I mean, if you have to hide it, then there's something wrong. Um, or you have a super jealous spouse that likes to over exaggerate and they're paranoid or whatever. And I've had that situation. And it's not fun. It's not fun to be walking in a grocery store and with a paranoid spouse and just kind of with your head down and praying you don't see anybody especially of the opposite sex, because then you're going to get 20 questions of, oh, did you date him? Did you have sex with him? Oh, yeah, I bet you think he's attractive, yada, yada, yada. Um, so insecure men is a turnoff. That's for sure. Anyway, I'm squirreling. So the subject today was men or women that flirt with the opposite sex or maybe the same sex, but they do it behind the back of their spouse or their committed partner. And just how crummy it feels to be the person on the other side of that. So I'd like to hear your opinions on that. Does it bother you when people flirt with you and you know that they're in a committed relationship? Or even worse, when they flirt with you and they act like they're single and then you find out they're not single. I don't know. To me, it's upsetting, and I've gotten it a lot. And I've actually gotten it a lot as a single person, which is really disheartening because then it makes me wonder how often have I've been married twice and divorced twice. How often have my husbands or boyfriends flirted with other women behind my back, just when they're bored or whatever their reasoning? I'm not sure. There's a lot of different reasons for people to have that behavior, and some are nice narcissists and they just have to have constant attention. That's a whole nother story. We're not even going to delve into that, but I'm just curious how you feel when that happens to you, if it happens to you, or if you are that spouse or that committed person, and maybe why you do that. Um, and do you feel guilty about it, I guess, or what your reason is for doing that? Your spouse doesn't give you attention, or you're bored, or you don't get along with your spouse. Um, but anyway, it's not fair to the other person. You know, they want to feel worthy of being the number one person in somebody else's life, not a side chick or whatever other word you want to use for it. Anyway, before I get too upset, um, I may just be single forever because, yes, I do have high standards. And I want to feel like my boyfriend or husband is, makes me complete, because each person is complete, but they bring enough into your life that you're not out seeking anything else. I mean, friends, yes, opposite sex, friends, as long as you're not hiding it from each other. I mean, you're going to have different relationships with all kinds of friends, and, it doesn't mean you have to cut off friends from the past, unless they are constantly hitting on you. That's just a disaster waiting to happen. Um, but anyway, I'd like to hear your thoughts and let me know.